What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mike Drops Podcast. What I'm going to speak about is how could people assume they know how a person is living based on their perception given from how they're living. Most people in today's world will assume they know about a person's life based on how they're living their life. If you look on a city block, you'll see everyone with houses, cars, and they claim they have money. That may be the case, but in today's world, a lot of people are in debt for those same things. So how can you assume you're living better than someone who doesn't have those things and probably don't have any interest in having those things like you have those things? You'll put yourself in debt in order to have something to look good in front of someone, to act like you have something. When there are people in this world that can care less about any of those things and may have more. If you're in debt for all of these things, how could you brag and boast that you have them? You only have them for as long as you can pay that bill on them. And most people want you in that type of way of living so you don't seem like you're above them. But why would that matter to anyone if you're living your own life? I'll give you a scenario. I myself am a self-healer. I can heal myself. I don't get sick. If I have any pains and they're gone away in a few hours or so, it's never lasting, never lasting long. And I heal myself. So today, if you are up, as you think you're up with these things that you're bragging about having, that's cool. Because you're also living an unhealthy life if you're acting in that way. That way is an unhealthy way of thinking, unhealthy way of acting, unhealthy way of being. So how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you're showing unhealthiness in your character, then it's also good to say those unhealthy things that you show in character are also the same unhealthy ways you live your life. Most people will go in search of how to look rich, act rich, or be rich, never gaining the true richness of life. True richness comes from good health, a good mind state, a good character. A self-healer can regenerate himself over and over and over again to somewhat or to be and is an immortal. So you can be up $1 million today, bragging about all the things you have, with your unhealthy habits in character and in way of life and how you live. That is nothing compared to a self-healer. Because eventually, those habits that you are displaying and that you have will eventually kill you, because you're not searching for the true wealth and happiness of life, which is health. You're searching for the material things that make you think you look wealthy. And then you brag on those things, but that shows that you are poor. And eventually your poor habits are going to make you poor financially and also health-wise. So where you are at today, in the next 20 years, you could be dead. But for a self-healer, they can continue on and exceed whatever millions or whatever you have today, because they will carry on. They know how to regenerate themselves, rejuvenate themselves. So they're going to outlive you, and they're going to outwage you and outwealth you in all aspects of life. I find it stupid that people pay so much attention to the next person and how they live their life rather than living their life. Mastering themselves instead of trying to act like you've mastered knowing what the next person is, or what the next person had, or what the next person life is about. When you know nothing, you make yourselves look stupid. Not everyone is the same. Not everyone cares about what you care about. And the truth, nobody really care about what you care about. It's just you. So if you're coming across a person and you see how they live day to day, and it's not how you live, but you assume that it's less than you, you've already showed yourself less than whoever you're talking about, because what is that for you to even be speaking on? How is that your business? Too many people don't know how to practice minding their business for the right reasons. And when they are needed to help someone, that's when they mind their business, because they ain't trying to help nobody. But for a person that ain't asking for your help, ain't coming in your face trying to be friends with you to see what you got or to use you for what you got, then it's stupid to continue to trying to poke that person by what you're saying, thinking that what you're saying is true based on how you are living from your perception. And if you're filled with so much depression and guilt and worry and stress over how you're going to keep these things that you're bragging about, because that's your status, not who you are as a person, then you already lost to that person you're speaking on as saying they have nothing. A person who can heal himself, there's no way in hell they can be depressed about anything. They ain't worrying about anything, because they got everything with being able to heal themselves and continue on regenerating themselves to move forward and enjoy their life the way that they want to live, not the way you assume they should live based on the way you live. Not everybody want that. Not everybody want that struggle of trying to keep up something just because if you don't, what people are going to say. Some people don't give a fuck about what people say. I'm one of them. I walk around and do what I want to do, freely, without worrying the person in the world about doing anything for me. I enjoy my alone time because in my alone time, I'm able to master myself and my life and know what I need to be doing for my life to make myself happy. I don't need to be out there roaming around with people and doing all of this stuff trying to find myself, because I'm never going to find myself in the crowd. And then you have the people that should be living a better life, which is the religious people. And religious people, it goes over all religion. In your children, you'll see what type of person you are. So as you send your child out into the world in their religious garb, if they're Bibles or whatever the case, you send your child out to represent your family as being religious, how they act in character displays what type of person you are. So most people in religion think you are above someone because you're in that religion, but you are pieces of shit just like the pieces of shit in the world that ain't in religion, because your children will show the world who you are, what you've taught them, how you act, your character, your habits, Because they'll take that out into the world, thinking that is the way to live life. All wrong. All wrong. And this world is so lost and misguided that they don't even understand that the way that they're living is going to hurt them in the end. A self-healer can heal itself and also heal other people. So today, you may think you may not need that person, but there will come a day when you will. Your commercial medicines are there to put you to death or keep you as a custody for the rest of your life. The food is to keep you as a custody for the rest of your life. I don't need that commercial medicine like that. And what I eat, it's good things, it's pure good things. So I take care of my body. I remain in my youth. I can regenerate myself. I can regenerate my health. I can live comfortably. We're not having to rob Peter to pay Paul so I can look like I'm bald. Y'all some weird ass people that do that. And you think you're doing something great when you do that, when all you're doing is just displaying how stupid you are. And you need to be in debt. Well, you are financially. And the more you do that, you're racking up your karmic debt. So your habits are showing all the way around. There's no need for anyone to worry about the next person if you ain't doing nothing to help them. And if that person ain't asking you for your help and they're living their life comfortably doing the things that they want and need and have to do without you, then what that got to do with you? Why are you worried about it so much? What is your interest in it? That's a character flaw. That's a bad habit. And if you got bad habits in one way, you got bad habits in damn near every way. How you do anything is how you do everything. It's crazy to see this with people. But it's also crazy to see them when they fuck around and find out that they're the ones depressed and miserable. I don't speak ill on anybody. I don't assume things about anybody, even though I know. And I'm a person that knows, yes, I do. That's still not for me to go acting like I'm supposed to ridicule you or put you to shame because of your shit. And you have more than I do. Believe me, you have more stresses, worries, problems, debt, financial and karmic than I do. Because my habits ain't out to spin like I need to impress somebody. Because who I am as a person and my character and how I carry that shows that I'm very rich as well. Very rich in the things that you are not rich in. Many claim that they have a relationship with our Heavenly Father. I can't see it, but they can see it in me. That's wealth right there. That's the number one wealth, because with that relationship and you living right, a disciplined, habit-free life, you can always get them gifts from heaven. And that's the only thing I'm worried about getting. I'm a person I can chill out because I have so many things I can do. I can write songs, I can write poetry, I can work on my business, I can make podcasts, I can do a blog. I can get in the kitchen and make me some more of my medicine. I can sit down and think of things to talk about. There's so many things that I can do in my alone time that sharpens my life, sharpens my skills, and helps me master myself. What do I need to be out there mingling with people who's already showing the assumption that you're wrong? Showing the habits of things that I don't want to gain those habits. I don't care to need to be around. Most people ain't enlightened on the things that I am. They want to keep you talking about some stupid small stuff, sports, what's on TV. That stuff don't matter to me. I can care less. Those things are put there to make you stupid. And I know the truth, so I'm not going to sit there and be stupid with you. People show who they are by how they act. And coming across people like me, who can read your mind, who can read your vibrating, who can read your energy, and they can see your character past what you try to display. Ain't no need to even go further than seeing you. Because everything I read off of you shows you ain't somebody that I want to be around or care to. Give you a parable. Let's use the cartoon Dragon Ball Z, since they deal with energy. You got one person coming at 5,000 and that's their max. They're just floating in the air, streaming through the air, 5,000 at their max. And you got another person coming at their opposite direction. Their max is 20,000, but they don't need to be maxed out. They can float at 2. When you pick them up off your energy, you see that they're at 2,000 and you're at your max. You're at your max of bullshit. So you coming in with the bullshit at your max. Oh, I'm going to take this 2,000 nigga down. He ain't got nothing on me. He ain't got nothing on me. I'm going to take this 2,000 nigga down. Not knowing you got 18,000 more to put on your ass. So he's still floating in. He picked you up. You at your max at 5. Okay, let's see what you about. You come in, you fighting. Clack, 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 clack. I'm staying with you at your max at 5,000, and I'm at 2. You get mad. You can't go no more than 5,000. I kick it up to 5,500 and beat the shit out of you. Was it worth it? Was it worth it to fly in at your max on some bullshit, messing with somebody you think was less than you? Because just 500 more than your 5,000 will put you in destruction, send you home with your tail between your legs crying. So I say that parable to say this to you. You don't know who a person is. You don't know anything about the person. You at your max. You maxed out with your credit cards. You maxed out with your money. You maxed out with your karma. You maxed the fuck out. And you flying through thinking you're going to bring your bullshit to anybody that comes across your path because you think they are less than you. But you maxed out on everything in your fucking life. Be careful who you test. Be careful who you talk about. Be careful with how you deal with people. Because they can just be coasting at 2,000 just because they can do that. And you come with your bullshit, 500 over your 5,000 will destroy your ass. Every person is not the same. On earth, they look the same. But earth is a projection of the real world, which is the spiritual world. And in that spiritual world, that person may be a giant. A giant. That from this earthly world, they can call on the spiritual world and destroy your ass. But you wouldn't know that because you maxed out on everything in your life. And you think just because you've maxed out, and you come in with your bullshit, you think everybody's going to lay down and take it. Not the case. Not the case with everybody. You should be careful, because you might get your ass destroyed, and that person may not even have to touch you. Solomon had control of many demons, many angels, and many demons. And there are people in this world, let's just say it with what it is. I control that same thing. So I could call on the spirit world to come into this world and destroy your asses. You should be careful with how you deal with people. Not everybody is on that same low-ass level as you. Not everybody want to sit around doing gossip, spending money as bad habit, doing all these other bad habits, doing all this stupid stuff because it's normal to everybody. You maxed out in life. And your bad habits that you continue to be disciplined in only is going to destroy your ass in the end. A person that takes care of themselves, know how to take care of themselves, know how to rejuvenate their energy, their power, their life force, their human body. That's the most powerful motherfucker in the world. You just don't know. Because you stuck in your lower perception, thinking they're beneath you. That shows how depressed you are in your life if that's the only way you can think. That shows that you are messed up in your life if only thing that comes out your mouth when you see a person or interact with a person is the lower level of things that you can think of. That shows where you are in your life, not where that person is. You maxed out. And when you're given a person to show you a different way of living, a happier way of being, a disciplined way of living, you think it's your job trying to shame that person. You only shame yourselves. You only show your ignorance. You only show your stupidity. You only show your lack of knowledge in yourself, of which will be lack of knowledge in anyone else you come into contact with. That's stupid. That's so stupid. And these are all bad habits. Bad habits. I smoke. That's the only thing I do. Don't drink, don't do no drugs, don't party, don't gamble, don't do none of those other things. I need some type of vice in my life. But people hold on to that like that's the only thing I do in my life. When there are so many other things that they see that only I can take credit for, bringing those things from the spirit world to earth and making them a reality. And if I can do all of these things and bring it to reality for you to see, they want to ignore all of those things and talk about the one thing I do in my recreation. But they haven't accomplished anything but maxing out in life. Wouldn't that make you the broke person? Wouldn't that make you the poor person? Wouldn't that make you the simple-minded ass person? But in your perception, you don't see it that way. You'll never see it that way or understand it that way because of your habits. Your habits that's going to end up destroying your asses. So stupid. Oh, that's so stupid. And instead of, because, you know, most people will try to get to know you in order to find information about you so they can flip and be a snake towards you. That's the way of this world now. That's a sad way to be, because that means everybody is poor that does that. Even if you are $1 million in the bank, houses, cars, take trips, whatever you want in this world, that's only for this world. The real world is the spirit world, and you are poor in that one. Piss poor, broke in that one. And that's the one that can give you everlasting. That can give you more than what you have now and extend it like immortal. People look at me like I'm crazy because of the things that I do and how I live my life. It's crazy to you, but you look crazy to me because I'm looking at things from a spiritual level, which is higher than what you are, and wondering why you ain't doing the things the right way. Why you worried about how you look to the next person? Why would you put yourself in debt to impress somebody that don't give a shit about you? And when you have it, they will probably be the ones to rob you for it. That's stupid. People need to do better, think better, act better for themselves first, because all of those bad habits show that you ain't even doing good for yourself. That's so stupid. You maxed out. From where I stand and where I sit and from where I can see, you are piss poor because you maxed out.